You're caught.
Me.
Talk to you about what?
He's my cousin. I didn't cheat.
Riri, you Dominican. He's a full-fledged black guy sitting in the living room with his boxers on. You're done.
I'm not
You're done.
No Spanish.
Please. Dude, stop hitting my car. Move.
Look how beautiful she is. Why the fuck is she running like that? You good?
Pull off. Go.
Pull off. What's the matter?
He saw what car I was getting into.
Oh, shit.
I'm telling you, he gonna keep calling. I hope he didn't see what car I got into. Could you stop? This man really...
Yo, you a dirtbag, man.
Smile, this man really about to keep calling.
You sure you don't want me to take you back home?
No, I'm with you for tonight. I just hope he didn't see your car or see us get into the car.
Unlock the door.
What's your password?
Unlock the door.
I'm not unlocking shit. 02. What's your shit?
Give me my phone.
Tweaking
Bro,
over her phone. She's doing way too much. I'm definitely going through this.
Give me my phone.
What is
Stop
your
trying to
password?
open my phone. Give me my phone.
020.
Bro, stop.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Stop.
Watch out, bro.
Stop.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Stop. Please, stop. Stop. Babe.
Oh, you was trying to link, bro?
Phone.
Oh,
Please,
that's where you was going last night?
Stop.
That's where you was going last night?
Give me my phone.
So, but you were saying you was going with your friend.
Oh my gosh, give me my phone. Please.
Who we have here, folks?
Why are you following me?
What are you
Why
doing?
Are you recording me?
What are you doing
Why
here?
are you recording me?
Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi to Facebook.
Hello.
What you doing here?
What you mean what I'm doing here? I told you I was gonna go meet Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you one more time. What are you doing here?
I already told you I'm going to meet Tiffany.
So, what about Mitchell, the personal trainer? You don't know
Huh?
what I'm talking?
What?
Huh? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Mitchell? No? You don't. The one you sent your list to. You don't remember that one?
So you've been going through my phone.
No. I Mitchell. I catfished your mother ass to test you.
What?
I tried to test you, and
Why
I
would
knew
you
your
do
ass
some
for
shit
the
like
streets.
that?
I knew
Why,
you for
why
the
would you
streets.
do that?
Yeah, why I do some shit like that? I can't believe this shit. How the f you gonna do this shit to me?
How you gonna do this shit to me?
Man, I thought long and hard about making this video, man, because it goes so far against my truth or what I stand for, right? But I'm convinced, man, that every man should be a side dude at least once in his life. Every man should be a side dude for at least once in his life. And like I said, it goes against my truth. It goes against what I stand for. It goes against, what I talk about here on YouTube, right? But I think unless a man has experienced life as a side dude, he really doesn't understand what women are capable of. You know what I'm saying? He really doesn't, he really isn't getting the full scope of what a woman really, how she really moves. Because a lot of times, man, us as men, we grow up and we have this idea of women, that women are so innocent, that women are so sweet, that women are so pure. And not saying that they aren't or they can't be, but you have to understand, man, there's a dark side to every woman. There's a dark side to every human. And us as men, man, if you never experience that dark side firsthand, like front row seat, then you're liable to get with a woman, man, and she may be a good woman, but you may move in a manner where she's just flawless. The next thing you know, man, you'll look up, man, and you're just shocked that the world has done what it's done, man. So again, I believe that every man should be a side dude at least once in his life, just to get an understanding, right? And I believe that for a couple of reasons, right? The first reason I believe that every man should be a side dude, man, is just so he can, I'll say, fulfill a woman's deepest fantasy. Just so he can fulfill a woman's deepest fantasy, man. And I've said this before, like we may think that the traditional husband, the traditional good guy, the traditional 9 to 5, come home right after work, pet the dog, raise the kids proper. You may think that's the ultimate high for a woman, but it's not. It's not, man. The ultimate high for a woman, man, is the same thing she reads in these romance novels. It's the same thing she reads, she watches in 50 Shades of Grey. It's that lustful, it's that chaotic, it's that uncertainty that comes with that mystery man. Like that's the highest of highs. Y'all saw the video that I posted a few weeks ago, where I think is her name Vanessa Bryant, Dr. Bryant. She was like, hey, you know what? My husband is going to be like this. He's going to be the traditional man, but the guy that I'm lusting for, like if I was just out here in these streets, he would be this mystery man, this guy that I'm talking about. So on one hand, man, it gives you an opportunity, man, to fulfill that fantasy for a woman, man. So you can see that side really exists. And when I say that side really exists, I'm talking about that highest level of femininity. Because I'm not saying that a woman can't tap into her femininity when she's in a traditional role, but if you're in that traditional role with a woman and you're unable to tap into that lustful side of her, you'll get a version of that. There'll still be a version of her, man, that you'll never experience. Like you wanna experience that version of your woman that, and I don't know how to say it, just that naughty, that anything goes, that take it how you want it, that there are no limitations in the bedroom type energy. And your woman right now might be super conservative and she wants to bring that out. But unless you know how to bring that out as the quote unquote good guy, you will never see it, man. So that's why I think every man should experience that other side so he knows how to bring that dark side out of a woman. Because you got to understand, women romanticize loyalty and a certain type guy, but man, that's not what hits that switch inside of them. That's not what hits that switch inside of them to make them say, you know what? Make them say, I want to come out and be this completely different version of a woman for my man, right? So on one hand, and it's the minor side, man, I believe that a man should be the side dude just so he can see that, to know how to bring that out. But the second and the main reason I think every man should be a side dude, man, it's just to see what a woman is capable of. Just to see what a woman is capable of, man. And when I say what a woman is capable of, until you're the side dude, you have no idea how far a woman can go to lie. You have no idea how far a woman can go to lie. You have no idea that the Mother Teresas that roam this world are the same type women that can be on a date with a guy and texting their man. They can be on a vacation or booed up on some getaway with their guy while FaceTiming their man saying they're on a girls trip. Like you really have no idea the lengths women will go, man, to show that dark, to preserve that good guy. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, man, you got to, when you ask yourself, why do they go through so many lengths, or why do they jump so many hurdles to preserve that, man, as opposed to guys? Not saying that guys don't move like that, but women move like that slightly different, man. And it took me a while to understand, like why women live in this duality. Where a lot of guys, like if a man wants to kind of just be sleeping around and have a lot of women, he'll just stay single and just move a certain way. He'll go through his 20s, his 30s, his 40s and just move like that, right? Because that's just how he moves. He's like, you know what? I'm not getting married. I'm not doing X, Y, Z. I'm not even. Where a woman, she'll desire that same thing. Like, hey, you know what? I just want to be free. I just want to live my life. But you got to understand, a woman has a different compartment in the back of her mind that's saying, hey, you know what? I have to think security. I have to think about who's going to protect me, who's going to provide me as I get older. So now, as I've said a million times before, a woman is torn between a rock and a hard spot, saying, you know what? Do I choose the guy that turns me on to the highest of levels, or do I choose the guy that's going to be safe? The guy that's going to love me and the kids. I know he's going to be there. He's going to do X, Y, Z. So that's why a lot of women are torn between that spot. But you have to understand, man, even the woman that you have that's a good woman, and I'm not saying that your woman is not good, but there is something inside of her, and it may be deep down, it may be so covered, it may be so subdued that you never see it. You have to understand that every single woman on the planet will step out. If the opportunity presents itself, every single woman will step out. So the reason I say everybody needs to be a side dude is because when your woman comes to you, you're a good woman, comes to you with these lame excuses or these lame scenarios or just straight up lying to you, you understand, you can kind of read between the lines. You're like, you know what? I've been in this scenario before where the girl I was with was saying, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm outside with the girls while she's sitting there massaging your back. You know what I'm saying? Or sitting there at the dinner table with you, man, telling her guy that, hey, you know what? I'll be home in a little bit. I'm working late. The best of best women have this in them, man. So you have to understand that the woman you with is capable of this, man. But I was thinking about something, man, and I come to the conclusion that, to be honest, man, I believe that the majority of people, well, there's two things I came to the conclusion of, right? And the first one I've been on for a long time. Like when I say that the far majority of people shouldn't be married and shouldn't even be in long-term relationships, but I stand on that. I stand on that for one. And when I say that, what I mean is, until a person finds themselves, singular truth, until their higher and lower self come together and they're living in one singular truth, they only have one identity, I don't think they're even supposed to be in a committed relationship. Because you gotta understand what a committed relationship is simply what takes place in the spiritual world, higher and lower self coming together, is only the same thing in the physical realm. When a man and woman come together on the highest of levels, it's just completing the as above so below scenario. So if a person hasn't completed themselves, man, they shouldn't even be trying to get in no relationship. So real talk, while we sit here and talk about how the world is jacked up, oh, everybody is cheating, everybody is doing like this. To be honest, the world is not jacked up. To be honest, the world is moving exactly how it's supposed to be moving. It's just that social media and the internet has exposed what's probably been always going on. Men have always been stepping out. Women have always been 304s and been Mother Teresa's at home. It's just that now the technology and tracking women and seeing cell phones and posting on all that stuff is just exposing what it is. But this is the way it's supposed to be. If you're married, I would say 85% of marriages, y'all supposed to be cheating on each other because not a lot of people have found self. Not a lot of people have found oneness, man. So I believe when we talk about marriage, when we talk about coming together and oneness, we're only talking about a small percentage of people that are even supposed to be coming together like that. So the fact that people are running rampant, man, and having a free-for-all when it comes to sex, that's how it's supposed to be. So having said that, I'm gonna say this. If you meet a woman and she's not woke, and I hate using that word because that word is so, but if she hasn't found self, if your woman hasn't found a singular truth, you have to assume your woman is stepping out, bro. I don't care if y'all going to church every Sunday. I don't care if y'all praying every Friday. I don't care I don't care what y'all doing. I don't care if it seems good. If your woman hasn't found self, you have to assume she's stepping out, or she will be stepping out, or she has stepped out. Because you gotta understand until you found self and you can operate your mindset from a different place, you're running off straight nature, man or woman. You're running off straight nature, and your nature is just like all the rest of these animals running around here, man. You see something fine walk by, and you sit there and you can't contain yourself. Men and women. So I'm gonna say it again. If your person hasn't found self, I don't care if she's levitating to church on Monday through Monday. She's probably stepping out or has a strong desire to step out and is just waiting on the proper opportunity, right? So that's one side of it, right? The other side, you gotta understand, the majority of these people that are in relationships are desiring to be free. Again, if you aren't, again, I'll use the word just for the sake of a lack of another word, if you aren't woke or connected to source, being in a relationship is a prison, man. So 85 to 97% of people that you see in relationships, marriage, long-term relationship, whatever, they're actually in prison. That man is frustrated with that woman being able to know everywhere he's going and what he's doing. That woman is frustrated with that man telling her that skirt is too short, or I don't want you hanging out with the girls. Because they have this animalistic something inside of them that wants to be outside of that realm. Not saying that if you tuned in you want to be in a relationship, because a lot of times when you get tuned in and you see what this world is about and the people in it, you want to roll solo, right? But a lot of people want to be single and just live free, but they just a lot of it is fear. A lot of it is I need this financial assistance. A lot of it is I have this trauma bond and I need to have a woman in my life type energy, man. I was reading this post that, and not a post, but a comment that a brother made on my video yesterday. Brother named Inspirational, what's his name? Inspirational Content X9U, right? He said a few things about passport bros and all this kind of stuff, man, which is some good stuff. But then he said this: I have 3 daughters, a grandmother, a mother, 11 aunts, and 5 sisters. Believe me when I tell you that chicks want freedom more than guys. I know, this is hard for you to accept, but it's absolutely true. By nature, again, nature, most chicks don't like order, structure, or routine. Brother ain't never lied. Most women don't like structure or routine. They really want to be free. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this. Once you understand this, you can really look at this world and observe all it takes to have women in your life. I'm gonna say this, man. A lot of women will get on the World Wide Web and talk this thing about, I'm looking for a hubby, I'm looking for XYZ, I'm looking for this kind of connection, I'm looking for this. But to be honest, all the majority of women need is stick and mimosas. All women need is stick and mimosas. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at their reels, if you look at their stories on IG, if you look at them when they got a little drink in them, all they're presenting to the world is let me toot it up, let me show my backside, let me show my feminine energy, and drinks. I'm gonna tell you this: if you put yourself in a position where you can offer a woman some good sex and drinks on the weekend, that's the only recipe you need in the year of your Lord 2025. That recipe will carry you for the rest of your life. So that's why when a lot of women are saying, hey, where all the good men at? You gotta understand, the majority of women, it no longer takes a wedding ring. All it takes is a good sexual experience, again, tap it into that fantasy, and a few drinks. That's all a lot of women require. That's all a lot of women really want, especially if they get a certain level of success. You know what I'm saying? Like once they've raised the kids and everything is taken care of, and they got this side business and they can do some traveling and they got their degrees and they good. Like to be honest, they may preach, where my man. It don't take that, brother. And you won't know this until you've been a side dude. You won't know it unless you check those boxes, those dark side of her boxes, that, you know what, it don't take all what she say it takes to get her. All it takes is some stick and mimosas, and she's good, right? So, having said that, I'm gonna say this: before you get out here, man, and start wifing these women up, bro. Before you get out here, man, and even start taking these women seriously. And let me throw my disclaimer out there. Y'all know, sub, I love relationships. I never sit there and promote, hey, everybody should be having a free for all. I never promote that. But before you get into a relationship and take a woman seriously, first make sure she's just not one of these women, man, that takes the lowest level of entertainment, right? Because you could be that guy, man, that builds the house, builds a security, man, builds a nest egg, puts her in position to do all these things and quit her job. Whole time, Jody with the smallest recipe, stick and mimosas, can come through at any time. You know what I'm saying? As soon as something goes wrong, check those boxes and change your whole world up, man. So I said all that to say this, man. Every man should be a side dude at least once in his life. Every man should be a side dude at least once in his life. If for no other reason, just to see the dark side of feminine energy.